I told you, didn't I?
All right, the spirit is trapped. What now?
The cage is yours now. I'm sure you can manage from now on.
Bring the cage to Sequester's lab. He'll put it on a mana booster so it won't run out of power and...
Come on, they're not stupid. They'll figure it out. As for us, we're going to celebrate at the Goose and Logos. Let's go.
Right.
There's nothing like a well-deserved rest.
Halt! By the Archmage's decree, entrance to the Mage Factory is prohibited. Turn back.
Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
I haven't. I implore you. No, I demand of you. How delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardennes can start anew.
I'm glad to be of service.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Mage Factory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well. It's a shame we met for but a fleeting moment, like a lightning flash in the night. I hope we will meet again under easier circumstances.
How do the mages do this? Adour, I summon thee.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
The night you fled the mage factory, was there a ritual?
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me. I saw them come from all over the earth. Lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to it. Their souls reached out for the void, and the void answered. One of them was chosen and touched. And so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground and I ran away. The blight. I was looking for salvation.
Is that all you saw? Who was performing the ritual? Do you know their names?
No. I do not want. I will not. Fear. Void. The blight in the void. I see them not. I will not. There were many there like you. Before their souls were extinguished, I saw them. One, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The mage factor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
So someone survived.
I see not through stone. The mage factor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy. Do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
I think I've heard enough, Adour. You can stop there.
It's a shame we met for but a fleeting moment, like a lightning flash in the night. I hope we will meet again under easier circumstances.
No one can get an audience with Haythorn.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. My business.
Can't you go around? Can't you go around?
Oops!
By the way, do you know anything about Baron Gladrin?
The son or the father?
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, the citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let no one from Monpatry enter Marcella, so as to ward ourselves from the threat of deadly plague that poisons the air and land of the Mage Factory. Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand. Keep your families safe, for death by plague is long and full of suffering. Signed, Count Montier. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius,
The High
sovereign of
Park is
Nostria,
wonderful.
defender of the realm, all visitors from roads leading to the Mage Factory are...
Ladies, have you heard the story of Agalbarag?
How's that one go? Is that the father of your
it's
dwarven
you.
king?
How
A
nice.
goblin pirate prince?
Or is it one of the ancient dragons? I always get confused with their names.
None of those things, ladies. Agalbarag is a truly cyclopean ancient building because it was built by... Cyclopses. They're not the same anymore. No matter which you pick, they're all just wild mountain dorks. But back in those times, they were considered to be masterful builders. Just like us. Once, their king, who really didn't like sailing, decided to erect a bridge. Not just a bridge, but one connecting continents. From Frostguard to Nostria. A full 1,000 Cyclops worked for 77 years. And that's how the Agalbarag Bridge was built. Translated from their tongue, it's the bridge over big water. When the Cyclopses started to fade and got caught up in their civil conflicts, trolls infested the Great Bridge and began to mug travelers. Since then, trolls are thought to like bridges, but that's not true. They ended up digging way too many holes in it, and the bridge collapsed. Now, what's left of it is just the foundation of its towers, in the middle of the sea.
What a story.
Tell us another one.
Magistrate, sir, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Master Crewman, the head of the Floster Merchants Guild.
Ah, it's you. You again. I'm very busy.
And here, disciples, is the depiction of the
Let's
first
go
Archmage, Nevidus. Who can tell me what great invention...
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Monpatry, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never.
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The real cause of the disaster was a magical ritual. The culprits are an unknown cult that counts several subjects of the crown among its adepts. The magic used was not of this world. That spellcraft brought destruction down upon both the cultists themselves and the Mage Factory.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Refugees from the Mage Factory and a captive spirit by the name of Adour. Spirits never lie. There is no better witness. Also, Adour saw the remaining survivors take refuge in the mines. They might still be alive. And if you're going to help them...
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Monpatry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathorn, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
I am sorry, Your Highness, but that is not what we agreed.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable. You have your task. What else do you want?
I know no way to get into the Mage Factory. Perhaps you could advise me.
There's no getting into the Mage Factory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the Mage Factory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not?
Anything else?
Of course, Your Highness. I fear they won't let me into the Mage Factory just like that, with no papers to show.
I cannot help you with that. Ever since the days of Maximus, Archmages have recognized no authority but the king. If Cathorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council are in a position to reverse his decision. In order to get through the quarantine, you need a document carrying the king's personal seal. My father is recovering, but...
But how am I to complete this task?
If Cathorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council have the authority to reverse his decision. But please, exercise some discretion. We don't want a conflict with the Archmage right now.
Have you heard what happened in Rickville?
Is that a village ravaged by Kardag's dwarves?
You confuse it with Amethyl, which is the Frost God. Rickville is a village.
I have news for the ground from Mercy.
You can report to me. I am Prince Adrian's personal squire. Troublesome news.
Ah, it's you. I've heard lots about you, no?
Loyal subjects of the king.
Who's that?